Investors just aren't in love with the dollar anymore. Dollar's down again today to its lowest in 4 months, heading for its fifth weekly decline. Our economics editor, Michael McKee, says the big move is a big deal indeed. Michael.
Well, at this point, a strong dollar can be a good thing sometimes, but when it goes up as fast as our dollar did, that causes all sorts of problems. From July to the middle of March, the trade-weighted dollar went up 16%. We haven't seen a move like that in decades, and it had major impacts. It pushed down on inflation because we buy a lot of now cheaper imported stuff, really hit manufacturing because our stuff was more expensive to sell overseas, and you could see that in hiring only 4,000 manufacturing jobs, and of course it really hit corporate earnings. 40 to 45% of the S&P 500 get a lot of their profits from overseas. They all, how many companies did you guys report were saying the dollar hurt their earnings? GE said it cut earnings by $1 billion.
Currency translation.
Here is one effect on stocks. Macrovision Research notes earnings yields on S&P tend to track changes in the CPI. You can see exactly what happens. The yield, the inverse of the price-earnings ratio, explains why earnings were lousy, but PEs are so high at this point.
All right, well, this is no surprise. Why don't companies hedge against it?
It's hard to do when you have so many different currencies you're dealing with, and our companies are so global
when the dollar's so volatile.
And when it goes up so fast, it took a lot of people by surprise.
And then comes down.
It's coming down now. Will it stay down?
But
that's
why,
the question.
Right?
Well, oil prices going back up again.
Janet Yellen is trying to talk down the dollar a little bit, but she certainly can't be responsible for what we've seen.
Oil prices are going back up. That helps bring down the dollar. Yields are going up overseas, particularly in Germany. But basically, you can thank the economy Mohammed El-Arian was talking about. We got a tepid economy. You don't have to bet on the Fed raising rates a lot or sooner, and that has people figuring they don't need to make that trade. You're not as much in love with the dollar as you used to.
There we go.
All right,
Michael, thank you.
Nobody gives you the real deal better than Michael McKee.